What if I told you that your life as you know it isn't real? The struggles, the setbacks, the frustration you feel, it's not what you think. You've been living in a reality shaped by invisible rules. Rules you didn't agree to. Rules you don't even know exist. And they've been controlling everything. But what if those rules aren't fixed? What if they can be rewritten by you? And the most mind-blowing part? You've had the power to change it all along. You just didn't know where to look. Your brain has a system called the reticular activating system, RAS, which filters what you notice based on what you believe. It's like wearing colored glasses that only let you see certain things while making others invisible. Your beliefs act like the lens through which you see the world. If you believe the world is full of opportunities, you'll see opportunities everywhere. But if you believe life is a struggle, guess what? Your brain will only focus on struggles. And where did these beliefs come from? Most weren't even chosen by you. They were handed down by parents, teachers, society, and your past experiences. Programming that happened before you were old enough to question it. Your reality doesn't dictate who you are. It reflects who you believe you are. Think of it like a mirror. When you look into a mirror, you don't blame the reflection if you're wearing a wrinkled shirt. You understand the reflection simply shows what's already there. The same is true for your life. Here's where it gets exciting. If your beliefs create your reality, then changing your beliefs can create a completely new reality. It's like having access to the control panel of your life, and I'm about to show you how to use it. Holding on to negative emotions is like dragging around a bag of bricks. Every brick is a memory, a belief, a fear that's keeping you from moving forward. These emotional weights aren't just metaphorical. They literally lower your energetic frequency. Your energy is your signal to the universe. It's like a radio station. If you're tuned into a frequency of lack, fear, or doubt, that's exactly what you'll attract. But when you align your energy with abundance, confidence, and joy, you start pulling those things into your reality like a magnet. The first step to changing your reality is asking powerful questions. What if these rules aren't real? What if I've been holding myself back for no reason? Questions crack open the door to new possibilities. They challenge the invisible prison you've been living in. Most people never question the rules they live by. I'm not good enough. Success requires struggle. I don't deserve abundance. These aren't truths. They're programs running in your mental software. And the moment you identify them, they begin to lose their power over you. When you create new, empowering beliefs, your brain will start looking for evidence to support them. And the more evidence you find, the stronger those beliefs become. It's a self-reinforcing cycle that literally reshapes your reality from the inside out. Your brain is like a spotlight. Wherever you shine it, that's what you see. And because what you focus on grows, you're constantly feeding the reality you're living in. Most people unknowingly focus on what they don't want, what they fear, what might go wrong. Is it any wonder they keep experiencing more of the same? Action doesn't follow belief. It creates belief. Every small step you take reinforces your new reality. It sends a message to your brain saying, "This is who I am now." Most people wait to feel ready before acting, but that's backward. The feeling of readiness comes after you take action, not before. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are fully aligned with your desires, that's when the magic happens. This alignment creates what I call quantum change, transformation so rapid it can feel like you're bending reality. And in a way, you are. You're stepping into a new version of reality where different rules apply. I'm about to show you exactly how to make this shift, how to rewrite your rules, realign your energy, and step into a reality where the game is entirely in your favor. Not through magical thinking or wishful manifestation, but through practical, proven steps that literally rewire your brain and transform your experience of life. Are you ready to begin? The first step to shifting your reality is conducting what I call a reality audit. Look at the areas of your life where you feel stuck or dissatisfied. Your job, relationships, finances, health. Now ask yourself, what thoughts do I consistently have about this area? These thoughts reveal the invisible rules you've been following. For example, if you're struggling financially, you might discover thoughts like, money is hard to come by, or I have to work extremely hard for every dollar. These aren't objective truths. They're subjective rules your brain has accepted, and they're literally creating your financial reality right now. Now ask yourself, where did this belief come from? When did I first accept this as true? You might trace it back to childhood. Maybe you heard your parents constantly worry about money, or perhaps a teacher once told you weren't creative. These moments become imprints that shape your entire life until you recognize and release them. The next step is to challenge these beliefs by asking, is this really true? Or have I just accepted it without question? For example, is it really true that success requires struggle? What about people who love what they do and succeed with joy? Is it really true that I'm not good enough? Based on what evidence? Whose standard? Now comes the transformative step. Flip the script. For every limiting belief you've identified, write down its exact opposite. Money is hard to come by becomes money flows to me easily and abundantly. I'm not creative enough becomes my creativity is unique and valuable. These new statements may feel untrue at first. That's normal. Your brain is just used to the old programming. One of the most powerful ways to install new beliefs is through visualization. Spend just 5 minutes daily vividly imagining your desired reality as if it's already happening. The key is to engage all your senses and generate the feelings of already having what you desire. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Both create neural pathways. Remember those emotional bricks I mentioned? It's time to identify and release them. Close your eyes and ask, what negative emotions am I carrying? Resentment from that job loss? Shame from that relationship? Fear from childhood? Visualize each one as a brick, acknowledge it, then see yourself dropping it, watching it dissolve into light. This isn't just metaphorical. You're literally changing your neurochemistry. After releasing negativity, It's essential to fill that space with positive energy. Gratitude is the fastest way to raise your vibration. Each morning, identify 3 specific things you're truly grateful for. Don't just list them. Really feel the appreciation deeply in your body. This practice literally rewires your brain to notice the good, creating an upward spiral of positivity that attracts more to be grateful for. Your body is a powerful tool for shifting energy. Physical movement literally changes your biochemistry within seconds. When you feel stuck, heavy, or low, move your body. Dance, stretch, walk, jump. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is breaking the pattern of stagnation. Just 2 minutes of deliberate movement can completely reset your emotional state and elevate your energy to a frequency that attracts what you desire. Now let's go deeper and find the core rules governing your life. In areas where you feel most stuck, ask, what rule am I following here? For example, if you struggle with relationships, you might discover a rule like, I have to earn love, or people always leave. Once you identify the rule, consciously create a new one. I am naturally lovable, or I attract lasting relationships with ease. Here's where many people get stuck. They wait to feel different before acting different, but that's backward. You must act as if you already are who you want to become. How would you carry yourself if you were already confident? What decisions would you make if you were already abundant? Your physiology directly impacts your psychology. By embodying your desired state physically, you trigger the corresponding mental and emotional states. Even the most powerful beliefs need to be backed by action. I call this the rule of small wins. Identify the smallest possible step toward your goal and commit to doing just that. Need more money? Start saving just $5 a day. Want to write a book? Write just 1 paragraph daily. These tiny actions build momentum and evidence for your new beliefs, creating a positive feedback loop that makes larger actions inevitable. Fear loses its power the moment you move toward it. I call this the 1-minute rule. When facing fear or procrastination, commit to working on the task for just 1 minute. That's all. This tiny commitment bypasses the brain's resistance. Once you start, momentum takes over. The paralyzing fear that loomed so large in anticipation shrinks to almost nothing in action. Remember, clarity comes from engagement, not thought. Now let's bring everything together for what I call quantum alignment, the fastest way to shift reality. There are 4 simple steps. First, clarify exactly what you desire. Be specific. Second, align your thoughts by replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Third, align your emotions by generating the feelings of already having your desire. Fourth, align your actions by taking consistent steps, however small, toward your goal. To maintain this powerful alignment, I recommend a daily energy reset ritual that takes just 5 minutes. First, ground yourself by imagining roots extending from your feet into the earth. Second, release negativity by exhaling darkness from your body. Third, recharge by visualizing light filling you from above. Finally, set a clear intention for how you'll direct this energy today. This simple practice realigns your entire being to your desired frequency. Your environment powerfully shapes your state. To sustain your transformation, intentionally design your surroundings. Remove triggers that reinforce old patterns. This might mean changing your social media feeds, rearranging furniture, or changing routes you drive. Then, add anchors that remind you of your new reality. Objects, images, or sounds that trigger your desired state. Your environment should make your new identity the path of least resistance. Just as important as your physical environment is your social environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their energy, beliefs, and focus literally shape yours through a process called neural synchrony. Consciously seek out high-vibe people who embody what you're moving toward. Limit exposure to those who reinforce old patterns or drain your energy. Remember, transformation is contagious, but so is stagnation. Remember that transformation isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. The game is never truly won because there's always another level to reach, another dimension to explore. The moment you shift your reality is also the moment you discover new possibilities beyond what you previously imagined. Embrace this journey with curiosity and joy, knowing that you're not just changing your circumstances, you're evolving who you are. Let's see how these principles apply to specific areas of life, starting with finances. The invisible rules most people follow about money include: money requires hard work. There's never enough. Rich people are somehow different from me. These beliefs literally create financial struggle. When you shift to rules like, money flows to me through multiple channels, I attract wealth by adding value, and abundance is my natural state, your brain starts finding evidence and opportunities aligned with these new beliefs. Here's a practical exercise. For 21 days, write down everything you're grateful for about money. Even small things like, I'm grateful I could buy coffee today. Then visualize your financial goals as already achieved for 5 minutes daily. Finally, take one small action toward financial improvement each day. This 3-part practice aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions around money. People who've done this report unexpected income, new opportunities, and financial solutions appearing seemingly out of nowhere. Now let's explore relationships. Common limiting rules include: relationships are hard work. I need to sacrifice my needs for others, or I have to earn love. These create patterns of struggle and disappointment. When you shift to rules like, healthy relationships flow naturally, I attract people who value me as I am, and love is abundant and freely available, your entire relationship landscape transforms. You'll find yourself naturally attracting and being attracted to healthier connections. A powerful practice for relationship transformation is the energy matching technique. First, get clear on how you want to feel in relationships: peaceful, respected, joyful. Then embody those feelings within yourself first. through self-love practices. Finally, consciously notice when people and situations match or mismatch that energy. This awareness alone will revolutionize your relationships, as you'll naturally gravitate toward matches and release mismatches without the drama and struggle of the past. Your health is another area profoundly impacted by invisible rules. Many people operate from beliefs like, "My body is fragile," "Getting sick is random," or "Health declines with age." These beliefs actually suppress immune function and accelerate aging. When you shift to rules like, "My body has incredible healing intelligence," "I communicate with and support my body's wisdom," and "Vitality is my natural state," research shows measurable improvements in biological markers. Your cells literally respond to your beliefs. Try this practice for 30 days. Before sleep, place your hands on your body and speak to it with gratitude and love. "Thank you for your incredible healing abilities. I trust your wisdom. I'm supporting you with what you need." Visualize healing light flowing to any areas needing attention. This practice shifts your relationship with your body from adversarial to collaborative, activating what scientists call the relaxation response that enhances healing, immunity, and cellular regeneration. Many struggle with career because they follow rules like, "I have to choose between passion and profit," "Success requires sacrifice of balance," or "I'm not qualified enough." These create a sense of limitation and compromise. When you shift to rules like, "My unique gifts are valuable and needed," "I can create my own path," and "Success feels like alignment and flow," new opportunities emerge that you couldn't see before. Your career becomes an expression of who you are, not just something you do. Here's a practice to transform your career: the Zone of Genius inventory. List activities where you lose track of time, skills that come naturally to you, and problems you love solving. Look for patterns that reveal your unique combination of talents. Then ask, "How might I create or find opportunities that utilize these gifts?" Start with small experiments, side projects, volunteer work, or new responsibilities in your current role. Let your actions create evidence that your gifts are valuable and needed in the world. Our relationship with time is governed by powerful, invisible rules. Most people operate from beliefs like, "There's never enough time," "I'm always behind," or "Productivity means constant activity." These create chronic stress and inefficiency. When you shift to rules like, "Time expands to accommodate what truly matters," "I flow with natural cycles of energy and rest," and "My value isn't measured by busyness," you enter a different relationship with time, where you accomplish more with less struggle and greater presence. Try this time abundance practice. Start each day by identifying just 1 to 3 truly important priorities, rather than an overwhelming list. Then work in focused 90-minute cycles, followed by true breaks, honoring your body's natural ultradian rhythm. Finally, practice full presence. When working, work completely. When resting, rest completely. This alignment with natural cycles creates a sense of time, abundance, and flow that makes conventional productivity advice seem primitive by comparison. At the core of all these transformations is a fundamental truth. Your identity creates your reality. When you say, "I am," you're programming your entire system. Most people define themselves by their past. I am bad with money. I am unlucky in love. I am always running late. But your true power comes from defining yourself by the version of you that you're becoming. I am becoming financially savvy. I am growing in my capacity to give and receive love. I am learning to honor time. A powerful practice for identity shifting is the I am becoming ritual. Each morning, complete this sentence: I am becoming someone who. Focus on the qualities and characteristics of your desired self, not just achievements. Then, throughout the day, make choices from the perspective of this emerging identity. Ask, what would this version of me do right now? This practice bridges the gap between your current and desired reality by literally becoming the person who naturally experiences what you want. As you apply these principles across different areas of life, you'll discover they're all interconnected. Your new relationship with money affects your relationships with people. Your transformed sense of time impacts your health. Your evolving identity influences your career. This is because you're not changing individual circumstances. You're changing the core operating system that creates all circumstances. You're shifting from living as an effect of external causes to being the cause that creates effects. This journey isn't always smooth. You'll face resistance both internally and externally. Your own mind may sabotage you with thoughts like, "This isn't working," or "Who am I to want more?" People around you may question your changes. Old patterns may temporarily reassert themselves. These aren't signs of failure. They're natural parts of the transformation process. The key is to expect and plan for this resistance, rather than being derailed by it. When resistance arises, try these 3 approaches. First, practice self-compassion. Transformation isn't linear, and setbacks don't define you. Second, reconnect with your vision. Vividly remind yourself why this matters to you. Third, take the smallest possible next step. Action creates clarity even when the full path isn't visible. Remember that resistance often intensifies right before breakthroughs. The moments when you most want to quit are often just before your greatest shifts. The ultimate freedom comes when you fully realize that reality isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. You are the creator of your experience, and every moment is an opportunity to choose again. The moment you recognize this is the moment you step into true empowerment and conscious creation. You can choose to rewrite your story, redefine what's possible, and live in alignment with your highest vision. As you step into this new paradigm, remember that every day is a fresh start. Embrace the power of your choices and the infinite potential that lies before you. Explore new paths, take courageous actions, and allow yourself to evolve into the person you wish to be. The game is now entirely in your favor, and the universe is ready to support you in ways you've never imagined. Celebrate your journey and progress, no matter how small. Each step you take towards your new reality is a victory worth honoring. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who support your growth and celebrate your successes. Together, you can amplify your energy and create a ripple effect of transformation that reaches far beyond your personal experience. Remember that transformation is a continuous journey, not a destination. As you navigate this winding river of life, embrace the twists and turns, knowing that each one brings you closer to your true self. Trust the process. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every moment is an opportunity for growth and evolution. Now let's talk about sustaining your transformation long term. The key is creating daily rituals that reinforce your new reality. I recommend a morning power hour with 4 components: 10 minutes of meditation to center yourself, 10 minutes of journaling to process thoughts and emotions, 10 minutes of visualization to align with your desired reality, and 10 minutes of intention setting for the day ahead. This ritual creates a strong, energetic foundation that makes maintaining your new frequency much easier throughout the day. Your physical environment is constantly programming your subconscious mind. To sustain your transformation, intentionally design your space to reinforce your new reality. Remove objects that trigger old patterns and add elements that support your vision. This might mean changing the art on your walls, reorganizing furniture for better energy flow, creating a sacred space for your morning ritual, or even changing the music you listen to. Your environment should make your desired state the path of least resistance. Humans are social creatures, and transformation is contagious. Surrounding yourself with people who reflect and support your new reality is crucial for sustainable change. Seek out communities, mentors, and friends who embody what you're becoming. Their energy will naturally entrain yours to a higher frequency. Equally important is limiting exposure to those who, consciously or unconsciously, pull you back into old patterns. Remember, your transformation may trigger resistance in others who aren't ready to change. That's about them, not you. One of the most powerful practices for sustaining transformation is tracking evidence of your new reality. Keep a reality shift journal where you record every sign, synchronicity, and manifestation that confirms your new beliefs. Our brains are wired to dismiss evidence that contradicts our old programming and to take new, positive developments for granted. By consciously recording and celebrating these shifts, you create strong neural pathways that make your new reality increasingly solid and undeniable. Transformation is a lifelong journey of evolution. Commit to continuous learning and growth by regularly exposing yourself to new ideas, teachers, and experiences that expand your consciousness. Read books that challenge your thinking. Take courses that develop new skills. Seek out mentors who have mastered what you're learning. Each new insight creates the possibility for quantum leaps in your reality. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment your growth stagnates. Stay curious. Stay humble. Stay hungry for evolution. The ultimate goal isn't to separate transformation practices from real life, but to integrate them fully. Every moment becomes an opportunity to practice presence. Every challenge a chance to choose your response. Every interaction a possibility for authentic connection. This integration happens naturally as you consistently apply the principles we've discussed. Eventually, living in your new reality becomes effortless, not because it requires no energy, but because it aligns with your true nature. As your personal reality transforms, you'll naturally feel called to contribute to the transformation of our collective reality. Your unique gifts, insights, and energy are needed in the world. By serving others and adding value in ways aligned with your authentic self, you create a positive feedback loop. Your giving elevates others, which elevates you further, which allows you to give more. This is how personal transformation becomes a catalyst for global transformation. As you continue this journey, you'll experience what I call quantum leaps, moments when your consciousness suddenly reorganizes at a higher level, revealing possibilities you couldn't previously perceive. These often follow periods of challenge or apparent stagnation. The key is to trust the process even when progress isn't visible. Like water heating to a boil, transformation often happens invisibly until a threshold is reached. Then change appears suddenly. Each quantum leap reveals new horizons beyond what you previously imagined possible. At its core, this entire journey is about returning to wholeness, reclaiming the parts of yourself that were fragmented or denied under old programming. As you integrate these aspects, you access your authentic power, not power over others, but the power to create from your true essence. This wholeness naturally attracts experiences that reflect your completeness, creating a reality of abundance, connection, and joy that feels like coming home to yourself. As your reality shifts, you'll discover the power of balancing seeming opposites. Masculine drive with feminine receptivity. Structured discipline with intuitive flow. Ambitious action with present enjoyment. True mastery isn't found in extremes, but in the dynamic dance between polarities. This balance creates a life that is both productive and peaceful, ambitious and content, structured and spontaneous. You become capable of accessing whatever energy serves the highest in each moment. A powerful practice for accelerating your transformation is to live from your future self. Regularly connect with the version of you who has already achieved what you desire. In meditation, ask this future self for guidance. How would they approach your current challenges? What advice would they give you? What perspective do they have that you currently lack? By borrowing their consciousness and embodying it now, you collapse time and quantum leap into their reality. The ultimate freedom comes in finding the perfect balance between conscious creation and surrender. You are powerful beyond measure in creating your reality. Yet, you are also part of something greater. True mastery is found in co-creating with life, using your power to direct energy and set intention, while remaining open to the universe's wisdom in how it manifests. Sometimes the greatest miracles come when you release attachment to how your desires should appear and trust in perfect unfolding. The doorway to your new reality stands before you right now. You don't need more information, more preparation, or more proof to begin. The simple act of deciding, truly deciding, is what shifts everything. Will you continue living by the old rules that weren't even chosen by you? Or will you step through this doorway and claim the power that has been yours all along? The choice, as it has always been, is yours, and your decision in this moment will determine everything that follows. As we close, remember that your personal transformation is never just about you. In our interconnected world, every shift in your consciousness affects the whole. By claiming your power to rewrite your reality, you give silent permission to countless others to do the same. Your light illuminates possibilities for everyone you touch. In this way, personal liberation becomes the foundation for collective evolution. The game shifts, not just for you, but for all of us. This is not the end, but a beginning. The journey of consciousness is eternal, with each level of mastery revealing new horizons to explore. Stay curious, stay humble, stay committed to your evolution. Know that wherever you are on the path is perfect for your learning, and each challenge is an opportunity for growth. Trust the process, trust yourself, and trust the greater intelligence that guides your unfolding. The game is now in your favor. Play it with joy, courage, and an open heart. Thank you for joining me on this journey. The world needs your light, your gifts, and your transformed consciousness now more than ever. Go forth and apply what you've learned. Rewrite your rules. Shift your energy. Take aligned action. Create your reality with intention and love. And remember, the moment you truly decide to shift the game in your favor is the moment everything changes. That moment is now. What I've shared with you isn't new. It's ancient wisdom, reframed for our modern understanding. Throughout history, mystical traditions have taught that consciousness creates reality. Today, quantum physics confirms that observation affects the behavior of particles at the fundamental level. The cutting edge of science is now meeting the deepest wisdom of the ages. This convergence is no coincidence. It's happening precisely when humanity needs it most. Your personal transformation is both deeply individual and profoundly collective. As you liberate yourself from limiting beliefs and align with your highest potential, you automatically contribute to the elevation of our shared consciousness. This is how real change happens, not through forcing others to change, but by embodying the change ourselves and allowing our example to inspire others. In this way, personal sovereignty becomes the foundation for collective harmony. Everything that exists in our world once existed only in imagination. The phone or computer you're using now, the chair you're sitting on, the building you're in, all were once just thoughts before they became things. You have this same creative power within you. The space between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by your ability to hold a vision and align your energy with it. When you understand this process and work with it consciously, you become a deliberate creator rather than an unconscious reactor. We stand at a pivotal moment in human history, a time when old paradigms of limitation and separation are falling away, and new possibilities for human potential are emerging. The principles I've shared with you are part of this emerging paradigm, one where we recognize ourselves as powerful creators rather than helpless victims of circumstance. By applying these principles in your life, you're not just changing your personal reality, you're participating in the birth of a new way of being human. You're helping write the next chapter of our collective story. The key to shifting the game entirely in your favor has always been within you. It's the power of conscious choice, the ability to question, rewrite, and transcend the invisible rules that have governed your life. This power isn't granted by anyone outside you. It's your birthright as a conscious being. My invitation to you is simple. Claim this power. Use it wisely. Create boldly. Love fully. And remember that in every moment, you are writing the story of your life. Make